All right, Bourbon Quest. Whew. It's your host, Bourbon Steve, worn out again. Oh, it's the Monday after Christmas. We got the flight number 2 for Bourbon Quest Whiskey of the Year, and I'm worn the hell out. Alright, just wrapped up a 12-hour shift at the restaurant. Ugh. Man, nobody must have gotten a freaking air fryer or anything to cook at home, because y'all were all out at my restaurant tonight. I got there, well, we opened at 11. I was triple sat at 11:02, and it didn't stop till the restaurant closed at 10 o'clock. So I'm worn the hell out. But we're here tonight to go into flight 2. So real quick, these have already been mixed up. Don't pay attention to what glass is behind what bottle, because it's irrelevant. Again, with these flights, we got a flight of 5. The top 2 automatically will move on. Third place will get an honorable mention. The 4th and 5th place will be knocked out. Alright. Bear with me, Bourbon Quest. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing this for you because I'm worn the hell out. But, alright. Coming up, we've got Smoke Wagon, Uncut, Unfiltered. We have George Dickel 15-year single barrel. We have Michter's 10-year single barrel. We have Stagg Jr. Oh yeah, which the junior's going away. Kind of sad about that. And then we got Nulu straight bourbon. Alright, that's what we got. Most of these I've done a video on in the past. If you want a more in-depth view and read the bottles and yada yada yada, go check those out. But tonight we're doing a quick blind flight to see which bourbons move on. Alright, let's get into it, Bourbon Quest. As always, stay hydrated, my friends. Alright, we're gonna, of course I left my pen over there. I get it again. One day I'll get it right. Alright, so let's get into these. Be taking some notes. Alright, the first one we have. Oh. Man, the nose on that is so beautiful. Just, oh, man, you get that ethanol kicker on the front, corn, caramel, vanilla, cherry, butterscotch, toffee. That's a sweet smelling nose. So sweet. I gotta put my glasses back on. Oh. Yeah, so sweet nose, proof, spice, inviting. Yeah, the nose on this is fantastic. Butterscotch, caramel. Man. Alright. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. I have a feeling I know what that is. That is so just sweet, nice hug, good mouthfeel, very sweet. Cherry, caramel, toffee. I mean, I'm not going to say it because I'll give it away, but if you go back and I'll say it at the end because I'm going to write it down. I'm not going to say it right now because I don't want to give it away, but this is freaking fantastic. Alright, let's move on to bottle number 2 because I think I know what that one is, and it's going to be hard to beat. All right. Whiskey number 2. You know, what is that note? It's like cherry and orange. Less proof than the other one, but inviting nonetheless. Really kind of a unique nose. What is that? It's like, I think it's called, it's like I think it's called Luden's, like cherry lozenge is what I'm getting on that. It's like comes in that little like box, and Luden's, I hadn't had it in so long, but that's what it's bringing me back to, is like, I think my grandmother used to have them or something, like Luden's cherry lozenges. Yeah, so nice. All right, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, that's still coming through on the palate. Oh yeah, less proof, but man, all I can think of is Luden's cherry lozenge. And I may be saying that wrong, so feel free to leave it in the comment, but I think it's Luden's. But I mean, you know what I'm talking about if you live in the South. Man, that's what I'm getting. I don't remember getting that before. Alright, that's very good. I'm going to put that number 2. The first one was still better. More complexity, more mouthfeel. And I think I know what the first one was. I don't know what the second one is, but it's quite delicious. Takes me back to my childhood with my grandmother giving me Luden's cherry lozenges. Alright, let's go to number 3. It's got hint of spice. Not a ton of spice, just a hint of spice. And then just light caramel and vanilla. Nothing overpowering or complex. Light vanilla and caramel. They're also, they're so different. Alright, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Ooh. Man. Now I get the proof, good viscosity, good hug, mouthfeel, cherry, vanilla, caramel. Really, really nice. I mean, so far, all 3 of these have been really good. Man. Ooh. Now there's some more spice and rye coming through. Still good flavor, nice hug. Man, this is going to be tough. I like that. I mean, that's really, really good as well. I'm gonna put it 3rd right now, just because the second one I had some nostalgia going on with that Luden's cherry lozenge that takes me back to my childhood. But these are going to be hard. Alright, let's go on to whiskey number 4. And get the proof on that up front. Orange and spice, caramel. Man, these are going to be really difficult tonight. I've not found anything off-putting on any of these yet. All right, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Oh my gosh. It's like, yeah, fruit forward, cherry and spice, fruit forward, cherry and spice. Man, some rye, so good. Man, these are hard. Mm. All right. Despite the nostalgia going on, I think I'm going to place the fourth one second. Number one still first. Fourth, second, and third. Man, even this one that is potentially going to get knocked out is not bad. All right. One more to go. This is really tough because they're all different. They offer some uniqueness. The first one stands out the most, but the other three are really freaking fantastic as well, just in different ways. Alright, I kind of hope this one isn't good because it's going to be hard to pick between these. Alright, so this one, the fifth one, has a little bit of a sour apple on the nose. Yeah. But I'm not usually a big fan of sour apple, but again, this is a sour apple in a good way. Like, that's all I'm getting though. Really sour apple, but in a very good way. Sour apple and a little rye spice. All right, let's cheers, Bourbon Quest. I mean, the first flight was easy. This one is much more difficult because I haven't found really anything off-putting. Even the sour apple, which I'm usually not a big fan of, is a sour apple in a very good way. Okay, so yeah, it's like a sour apple Patch Kid. I mean, the legs on this thing is even good. I don't dislike this at all. Probably not in my flavor profile, both on the nose and the palate, but it's something unique and different. Alright. We just got to do what we got to do. So, we're going to rank these first, second, third, fourth, and the last one last. I'm really complexed about this because I don't just even last place is like, it's probably not my flavor profile. It's you know, that sour apple and rye spice, but I mean, I still enjoy it. It's just not probably my biggest jam. Alright. You know, sometimes you gotta make tough decisions. And this is a tough one because they're all completely different, unique in their own right, offer different things. I mean, before I even reveal what the last one is, these are all freaking fantastic. These are a thumbs up across the board. Absolutely. If you go back and watch, or if you already watched the first flight, there was two that were knocked out right away. And even those weren't bad, which you would expect from Bourbon Quest. I mean, I'm not going to put... I mean, I'm putting 20 whiskeys into this blind flight for 2021 to narrow it down to 10. So you should expect from me that none of them are going to be bad. I mean, even if you get 19 or 20, I don't think they're going to be bad. They're not bad at all. It's just, you know, trying to pick out which is the best. And this flight is much more difficult than the second flight to pick out the winner. But without further ado, I know you want to find out what the results are. So do I, really. Look. Alright. Coming in last. Are you freaking kidding me? Alright. That's very disappointing. Really disappointing, because what came in last in this flight was a bottle that I hunted for about 2 years. And I was so excited to get it. I paid a little bit above retail, not extremely so. Maybe like 30% above retail. And I'll be honest with you, it was a little disappointing based upon what I thought it was, what the hype was, what I paid for it. It is good. And I'm not completely surprised that it actually finished last, because it was a bottle I hunted for like 2 years, finally got one. Didn't live up to the hype. But it's still good. It's just not, it's not worth the chase, and it's probably what I think it should be valued at is probably about a half what I paid for. I'll be honest with you, I think I paid close to $200 for this bottle. It's probably worth 100 to 110. So last place goes to Michter's 10. You're out. Yeah. Sorry about that, Michter's. I think it's part of the expectation and hype. I mean, I know some people love this. I'm trying to think of who loves Whiskey Row. Is it Whiskey Row? That I think really loves Michter's 10. And I just don't think I don't think it lives up to the hype. I think it's about, I think retail on it is about $150. I think I paid $200. It's probably worth $1 to $110, but it's hard to get. And it's not bad by any means. I really like it, but I mean, alright, let's move on. Next is Nulu. So Nulu is out. Although, like, Nulu has a high rye mash billets MGP product. It is so good though. especially now. I will say if you like a high rye mash bill bourbon, I think this is like 30 to 35% on the rye. It's freaking fantastic. Um, I'm not a huge rye guy, but I like this, and especially so for a bourbon drinker that also likes rye, or a rye drinker that also likes bourbon. This is freaking fantastic. It really is. I like it a lot. I don't have anything bad to say about it, but it's I'm not a rye guy, but I love this, and it's totally worth it. I mean these are all thumbs up. The only thing I would say about the Michter's 10 is get it at retail or less. Don't chase it. I don't think it's worth it. It's not bad. It just doesn't live up to what my expectations or the hype is around it. So, whatever. Alright. So, we have Nulu's been eliminated along with Michter's 10. So now let's get down to these top three, which I'm glad to see that Dickel made the cut, because I'm not a Dickel fan. I think Dickel gets a lot of hate, but I'm telling you, the 15-year single barrel is freaking fantastic. All right, so let's see what third is. Third is Dickel. Which, I mean, up against these two heavy hitters, I'm not surprised. But it's still, I mean, don't sleep on this Dickel 15-year and older. The minimum is 15-year single barrel. It's delicious. I mean, you might get a little hint of Flintstone vitamin, but this is freaking fantastic juice. Good job, Denise Austin. Like, this is my favorite Dickel product I've had thus far. I mean, I've got some Cascade Moon limited editions that we'll get into sometime, maybe next year. But this is still good juice. All right, your honorable mention. All right, I mean, it doesn't really matter. They both move on, but I have a feeling which is which. Let's see if I'm right. Really? Oh. Wow. Okay. So, did I do that right? Yeah. So, Smoke Wagon finishes second, and Stagg Jr. finishes first. I really thought it'd be the other way around, to be honest with you, because I was wrong, but they're both fucking fantastic. The Smoke Wagon, you finished second? Oh. So good. I mean, this Uncut Unfiltered is freaking phenomenal. It really is. Stay hydrated, my friends. I'll be honest with you. I thought, but it could change in the upcoming rounds. But these two will move on. I thought Smoke Wagon was going to beat out Stagg Jr., but I was wrong. What's the proof on this thing? Ugh, like 115.2 or something on the Smoke Wagon Unfiltered, and then you got 130.2 proof on the Stagg. I mean, they're both freaking fantastic. But I have fallen in love with this bottle. I mean, I love them both. I guess I'm polygamous. Alright, so Stagg Junior, I mean, what I was getting on the nose and the profile, I thought, and it was based on some bias on what I've experienced before, they're both freaking fantastic. I just thought, oh my god, the nose on that is so good, Stagg. Am I still recording? I'm starting to ramble on. Oh, there it is. And it brings the heat. I mean, but you get that heat, but you get the fruit, you get the mouthfeel, the viscosity. Stagg Junior is amazing. So is, I don't have any more in my classroom. What a shame. I must pour some more. But do I have another bottle? Oh yeah, I got one more. Haha, I got it back up. I thought I had it back up, I wasn't sure. But if you go back and look at my later videos in the last 2 to 3 months, I like that smoke wagon. There it is. I'm not proud of this, but I just think it's appropriate or inappropriate, however you want to look at it. But the smoke wagon is like such a sweet smelling vagina, and offers complexity. She wants you to make love to her. I know I'm probably way off base on this, but I don't know how else to describe it. And that's why I thought, I was surprised, because the Stagg Junior had some of those similar Stagg Junior had some of those similar characteristics with smelling and tasting like a vagina. And I can't think of anything better. Alright. Am I still recording? Yeah, I am. Probably not for much longer, but anyways, I need to wrap it up because I gotta go to work again in the morning for another double shift. But I will say all these are fantastic. I would definitely give all 4 of these a thumbs up. The Michters, if you get it at retail and you don't have to taste it, if you get it for $120 or below, and you don't have to taste it or, do sexual favors, then I would get it. Otherwise, it's a pass. It's actually very disappointing on what it's supposed to be, what I thought it would be, and what it is. That's what I'll say about it. But you're out, Michters. I'll take one little report of you, but very little. It's probably, the Michter's 10 is probably one of the more disappointing bourbons that I've chased, that took me a while to acquire,